Hello, everybody. This is Angel Arts, and welcome to another interview with a candidate for our upcoming Pokemon tabletop campaign. I am joined by my good friend Mark.
Hello.
For those of you who may recognize Mark, he has auditioned in past tabletop campaigns before, and depending on how much you've been in Dragon Age Resurgence, you might know a little bit more about Mark's role in that, but we won't get into that yet.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. We're gonna talk about Pokemon today, and Mark's is ready and good to go. So, Mark, let us begin, shall we, with the out of character questions.
Yes, sir.
Question number one: what is it about the Pokemon universe slash franchise that you are passionate about?
Oh boy. I think it would be the variety of Pokemon from each region. I mean, I started off in like Gen 2, so Johto is kind of like my home turf, as it were. So, uh, I really enjoyed the fact that you could be able to catch as many Pokemon as you want, and of course, defeat all the gym leaders, and just the freedom of it. I really enjoyed it.
Mark, what is it about tabletop gaming that you are passionate about?
Hmm. Well, I think I've already answered this in the past, but it's the freedom of it. Just being able, as either the character or the DM, that you have the freedom to technically edit things out that your DM already originally planned, but make it a whole lot better.
Mhm. What do you believe makes you a good player to play with?
Hmm. Well, I am a team player, obviously. Um, I'm also very kind. I always give people the respect of giving them the spotlight, of course. If for those who haven't even watched the session yet, or will soon enough, that I always tend to be quiet and give people the spotlight because I do have that tendency of doing that.
What do you believe is your biggest challenge as a player, and how do you think you would overcome said challenge?
Okay, that one I've already said previously. So, one thing is that I have ADD, which can be a bit of a challenge. So, I can get distracted very, very easily. In
Mhm.
order to solve that, I'm going to pull out a good old notebook and take notes so that I can keep my attention on what's happening in the plot.
And I believe you've done that in the past with much success, yes?
Yes, I have done that
Perfect.
before.
If you could be any non legendary Pokemon in the Pokemon universe, which Pokemon would you like to be and why?
Hmm, that's a good question. I
Hmm.
guess it has to reflect my personality. I guess Cyndaquil, because that was my starter Pokemon when I was doing Pokemon Heart Gold, which is technically the DS remake. Because I fell head over heels with Cyndaquil, and when I evolved it into a Typhlosion, I made it awesome. So yeah, Cyndaquil for me.
So now we're going to move on to the in character questions where you get to role play as Anderson Takahashi. I believe is how you pronounce his name.
Yep, that's how I pronounce him.
Or Anders, which
Yes.
I personally love. What sort of job or program do you think you would want to apply for?
I think Anders would definitely go for like a university because he is going in for a degree in the performing arts.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like that the university is good for students who are very artistic. They like to draw or perform, that sort of thing.
So do you think so we can say that maybe he's applying to this university and he's trying to um, get into the performing arts department, maybe?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, okay. But let's just hypothetically say, for the purposes of this interview, that you need to personally bring your application physically to the campus, and one of the prerequisites is, this is not something that necessarily happens in real life, but for our purposes, um, they would want you to go through an actual in-person screening process. He arrives on campus. It's probably as beautiful and picturesque as you imagined. You see all of the students walking around, and you're really excited to be able to join this university. And you make your way over to the main building of the Performing Arts Department. You go inside, and there's like the structure of the performing arts building is it's exquisite. The architecture is beautiful, obviously. There's lots of paintings, there's lots of sculptures and things of that nature. So clearly, this is a place where creatives are designed specifically to provide them with some sort of inspiration, whatever muse entices them. And you go over to the front and you have your application, and you hand over your application, and the man at the desk takes a look over it, and he kind of says to himself, "Ah, we got an incoming prospective student, I see."
That I am, sir. The name's Anderson Takahashi.
He said, "Well, very nice, very nice. Good luck to you, Mr. Takahashi." He goes over and takes out a stamper, and he put a giant stamp on your paper, and then he hands back your application, and he says, "All right, so this is what I need you to do, Mr. Takahashi. I need you to walk down the hall right there, go over to room 797, and your official screening process will begin."
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. And he gets the.
And just as a piece of advice, this is, just so you know, this is a completely new process that we're going through. It's something we're trying out here at the university. It might seem a little unorthodox, but just go with it. Just go with it.
He'll think about it for a moment, and he'll say, "All right. Thanks for the heads up." And he heads off to 797.
You make your way down the hall towards 797. The carpet is it's a red. The carpet floor is a plush red with maybe some orange and yellow, spatterings on it. And you get to a door, and what's interesting about this is that it looks like the number 797 have been written on like a cardboard folder, the kind of folder that you would put in a filing cabinet, and like taped onto the door.
Oh boy.
If you were to actually peek behind said folder that was taped on the door, you can just barely make out the word janitor on it, as if this used to be a janitor closet.
Oh boy. He would raise an eyebrow at that, and he'll go, "Okay. So I'm heading off to the janitor's office? Okay, I'll roll with it." And he walks towards the room.
You can open the door, and to your surprise, this is probably something you didn't expect. The first thing that happens is that your nostrils are invaded by the smell of incense in the air, and the room is very dimly lit. Directly in front of you is this beaded curtain.
Beaded curtain? Okay.
Beaded curtain, and there's like some, mysterious sounding music playing further behind the beaded curtain.
Okay, Anderson is going to start to get a little suspicious, and he'll slowly enter and say, "Hello, I'm here for my screening."
Yes, you hear a woman's voice. Come in, darling, come in."
Oh boy, sorry, out of character. I'm thinking like, oh god, is this the Pokemon version of Violetta? Oh my god. All right, back at the character. All right, so he'll enter in, and he'll see the woman and goes, "Yes, but my name's Anderson Takahashi. I'm here because I was told that this is where the screening is." Oh my goodness.
I have to get into character now.
Oh.
Costume change.
That looks nice.
Thank you. So, You peek your head, you part the beaded curtain, and right behind the curtain, there is candles lit, and there's this big giant table with a crystal ball on the center. And sitting behind the table is this ostentatiously dressed woman. She's got a purple, you know, purple like fortune teller garb on her head, very dark skin, and she says, "I have been expecting you, my child. Yes, my name is Madame Vu, Deja'Vu, and I am here to do your screening today. Please pull up a chair, and
Uh,
sit."
okay. He'll slowly walk over. He'll sit down and he'll think to himself, "Oh boy, this is gonna get weird real fast." Yes, Madame Vu.
Madame Wu, I know all and see all as it pertains to your application.
Okay then. Yes, nice to meet you.
You sit down and you're like half not sure if this woman's for real or half unsure if this is like somebody from, the senior class who's trying to do their final project. in this,
Yeah,
but
that's what Anderson is assuming. Yeah, he's just like, this is weird.
I am going to be scanning the great beyond to find out everything that is needed to determine if you are a good fit. As long as you answer honestly and truthfully, everything will be fine, dear. Do you have
He'll
any questions?
um,
Good, she says, and then she continues.
but I didn't. Ugh. Okay, fine. Let's go with
Hmm.
it.
Let's see. What do the spirits tell me?
And stress level is high. He's going like, what the heck is going on?
Ah, I see. I see a facility with lots of Pokemon in it. Not a Pokemon Center. No, this is not a place of Nurse Joys. This is a Pokemon caretaking facility for the Pokemon who have been lost and abandoned, she says.
And he'll just go, wow, that's pretty good. Yes, the facility that you,
Yes, I
yeah,
know, darling. I know.
yes, the facility that you saw is called Kibo Caretakers. We take care of those who are left abandoned and abused by their trainers.
A very, very important occupation. I'm sure your entire family is proud, very proud of this facility. Oh, and I see that you are bi.
Bisexual or biracial? Because I get that confused a whole lot.
Well, biracial, I'm assuming, she
Ah,
says, looking at you.
uh, yes, okay. Just checking,
The
just
crystal ball didn't
checking.
tell me that, dear. I just assumed.
Okay, yes, so I am biracial. My
Unless there
father,
is something you wanted to say to me about the other.
I, I guess it's best that you don't know about it.
Oh, honey, this is the performing arts department.
Okay,
It doesn't matter.
all right. Well, I guess you could say that I'm pansexual. So you're half
Not,
right.
again, not that it matters whatsoever. And then she keeps going and she says, "So, let me ask you some questions, dear. Why exactly do you believe that you are qualified for this program of the performing arts?"
Well, as a child, I wanted to be an actor. So that was my lifelong dream. So that's why I'm applying here.
Why acting in particular? I'm curious why. You clearly have a very established job perhaps waiting for you to inherit from your parents, and they're, according to you, doing very important work. Why would you not want to pursue that?
To be honest, I I mean, sure, I do like taking care of Pokemon, but just it's not my thing. I feel like that my whole dream is to make people happy, and the only way to make people happy is for people to see me on the silver screen. That's my
Yeah.
dream.
Ah, yes. Dreams. Yes, dreams are very important. I totally agree with you. But I see something else. Something very significant is attached to you. I see blue, I see black, I see Ariolu.
That's what? How did? Okay, fortune telling. Got it.
How? What exactly type of role do you feel that your Pokemon companion would have in a program such as this? I am assuming that he will be coming with you, yes?
Yes, ma'am. He is. He's kind of like my crutch, to be honest.
Why crutch?
In all honesty, it's completely classified. I can't say.
Ah, that is fine. I see and know anyway, and it is all fine, she says very mysteriously. Next question. What exactly? You told me that this was your dream. So, would you say that is the main reason, the main thing that you hope to get out of this job is to fulfill your dreams, or is there something else that you feel this job can give you?
In all honesty, I do want to fulfill my dreams. But in, in a sense, back when I was a kid, I haven't made much friends. The only friends that I made were the coworkers that my father used to hang out with.
So you seek companionship. Is that right?
More or less, yes.
Very understandable. The path of an artiste can be a lonely one if you allow it. It's very good to see that you are trying to find other ways towards your dream that is more social.
Yes, thank you, Madame Vu.
Very well, my questions are over. But there is one more thing I would like you to do, a psychological exercise, if you will.
Ah,
Tell me, dear, are you aware of the tarot card, three card drawing? The three
oh,
card fortune.
oh, yes, I do know about it.
Then you know that a deck of tarot cards from which that is shuffled is drawn three different cards, one that represents your past, one that represents your present, and one that represents your future. Correct.
Yes, that's what I remember.
So what we are going to do is a little bit of the reverse. I have here a deck of cards, and she hands you a deck of cards. Now, these are not tarot cards. If you look at the tarot cards, instead, these cards, each one symbolizes a different Pokemon type. A different Pokemon type. And what she will say is, I want you to look through this deck, and I want you to select one card that you believe represents your past, one card that represents your present, and one that represents your future. And I want you to interpret those three cards for me.
Oh boy. To be honest, it's been a while since I played with a deck of tarot cards. These cards look different.
This is
As if-
not for play. This is your future we are talking about, darling. Think carefully.
Okay, then. And he searches.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
All right. Let's see. And he places down 3. One is water.
Okay.
The other one is electricity. And the last one is fighting.
So which one and why?
The water would be my future. Because I like to go with the flow. That's basically what water is, right?
Yes, that is a great interpretation of water.
All right.
Keep going.
My present is fighting because I am very passionate about things, and my passion is acting, and I really want to be a part of this.
Yes, makes perfect sense. And your past?
Electricity. The spark that ignited my true passions.
Your answer is very well done, dear. Very well done. Bravo, she says as she clasps her hands.
And he'll just bow and he'll say, "Arigatou gozaimashita."
Ato itashimashite?
Yeah.
Yes, she would have responded thusly. I think she would have been able to do that. Mr. Takahashi, it has been a pleasure, and I am ready to approve you of this screening. And she takes another stamp and she stamps the application. She hands it back to you and she says, "Now there is one thing left that you need to do before you leave the premises. In lieu of an essay, I would like you to go into the next room where there will be a camera set up for you to speak directly to the people who are the heads of this department. And I would like you to tell them in your own words why they should select you to be part of this program."
Okay. I guess so. And he just goes up and goes towards the camera. "Hi there. My name is Anderson Takahashi, son of the CEO of Kibo Caretakers. You should have me a part of this because, 1, I obviously know my way around Pokemon and know how to take care of them, treat them properly. And 2, I am very passionate about acting. I've been doing it ever since I was a little kid, behind my parents' backs, of course, but I hope that you will have me be a part of this. So, thank you again, and I hope to see you all in the classes. See ya."